Welcome everyone back to another video. So today is another episode of Custom Class, and I do apologise first of all, firsthand for it being slightly later, because I do know this episode, while recording this on a Friday, I do know it will be uploaded on a Saturday due to my stupidity of saving things in the wrong place. So due to those reasons I won't be able to upload this on Friday and it will have to come up Saturday, which is another pain, but Saturday's just like Friday, just the day after. But this episode is kind of special in a way that I would class it special. Nobody else would class it special in their way, but I wanted to create a gun from Bad Company 2, one of the greatest games, one of the greatest Battlefield 3, Battlefield games ever created, and it held one of the greatest guns that I've ever used. Not just due to its fact that it was amazing every category that you could put it in, but it was just one of those guns that I could pick up, I would use. I've seen it in loads of different games, always portrayed as a different style, a different shape, a different look, but Bad Company 2 had the one that I preferred. So if you know what I'm talking about, it had the scope and the handrail, it had that on the top, it was massive, it had the dual drum mags. But you couldn't take away the scope. Whatever you put on it, if you put a red dot sight or an ACOG, it wouldn't change it. It did nothing. So those attachments were worthless. You put a red dot sight and you think, oh, it's got a rail at the top, so you can just plonk a red dot sight at the top. Well, that didn't work. It just doesn't do anything. I presume it just makes the red dot on the scope. I don't know. The ACOG, I presume, just makes it more magnified when you scope in is the word, but really I have no idea why. That was the gun that I liked and loved in Bad Company 2. The thing is though, with it was incredibly accurate. Hipfire and aimed accuracy was incredible. The recoil was pretty much nothing, so you could control it with ease. Even when it did recoil upwards, you could just put it back to normal and just take out somebody 3 miles away and it would perform as normal. The bullet drop wasn't really that much, so it wasn't really noticeable. It was an incredible weapon in every single category, but whereas Battlefield 3 came along, the MG36 kind of disappeared from what it was once a great weapon. Now it's kind of a really rubbish LMG. They try and make it like an assault rifle, just on the LMG class. You can run around with this kind of lightweight machine gun that packs a punch with 101 rounds, or 51 if you're carrying the unextended mags, one in the chamber obviously. Extended mags makes it 101, dual drum mags makes it amazing. You have to have extended mags to make this thing work, whereas if you saw in the first part of the video, I was using a 4x scope. I don't know what the scope's called, a 4x scope is what we'll call it, foregrip and a silencer. Now, first of all, the foregrip did nothing to help the accuracy or the recoil. The recoil on the Battlefield 3 version is ridiculous. It's completely AWOL. You fire one shot and your gun will be facing up in the sky. I exaggerate, of course. It's not really that big. The accuracy, aimed, and hipfire is none and void. You might as well just use something else. It's that bad. Especially when I'm using a scope, because I use Cobra sight, red dot sight, holographic sight, those kind of sights I can work best with, because they have a low power zoom, they're quick to aim down sights, and you can control the recoil very easily. You can see your target, you can see your surroundings, your environment, people sneak up on you, you've got a clear view of everything. But whereas if you put a scope in that way, so you've got this very small sight to look down and very small portion of vision to look at, and in there you've got to acquire your target, the surroundings, everything else is blocked by the scope, by the way, so it's very difficult to not only try and stay on target, but control the recoil as well. And of course the spread is ridiculous, so you can't put a laser sight because that takes away extended mags and whatever else. But I did try and use a silencer because I thought that would be amazing. I'd be able to keep off the radar and I'd be able to kill loads and loads of people. That didn't work, obviously. So I put a bipod on there because I use the bipod occasionally. I'm not really a bipod person, but I do use it occasionally because if you have a bipod there, it doesn't affect the weapon in any other way. So you can use it when you want to, and you don't have to use it when you don't want to. It's just there as an accessory and an added bonus. But you'll get snuck up on by someone and they'll shoot you or knife you, and it's really because once you put a bipod down and you start firing, people instantly just spot you, go for you. You're the main target, you're there, no one else. They can't see anybody else, just you firing. So they either try and take you out or sneak up on you, which is bad. But yeah, it's just there if you want it. If you don't want to use it, then don't. It doesn't affect your weapon any other way. I also changed up the scope to a 3.4 times... I don't know what it's called. It could be called anything for all I know. But it's a 3.4 times scope. And I really like this one because it's like a holographic sight in some way, just a bit closer to your face. It has a triangle pointy reticule, which is very useful to use, but I can't really see it that much. It's very small, so if it was a little bit bigger, that would be perfect, or in a circle. Either way, but it's a very nice scope to use, and it does kind of give the impression of the Bad Company 2 style MG36 I know and love. So that was probably the closest representation I could get to the MG36. And of course I didn't have a silencer or anything, so I could use extended mags and have 101 rounds back as what you need in an LMG. Has to have 100 or plus rounds in a mag, or it's useless. That's just the rules of the land. But it was a crazy setup, to be honest. From beginning, silencer, foregrip, and the scope was crazy. That didn't really do anything. I didn't work with that. Then the next setup was fairly crazy, but fairly understandable, and better. So I did enjoy using it. I enjoyed using both setups, and I enjoyed the weapon entirely. I've always enjoyed it, and I will continue to enjoy it. But that's that episode, and of course I bring back the series because I have paused it for a couple of weeks or so. I did want to bring it back with this big special episode, which isn't really that special. So if you do have any ideas of what you'd like to see in the next episode of Custom Class, please do feel free to post down in the comments below, and I'll put it in the next episode, probably. So I do hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you for watching, and until next time,